Hey my magical star beings, this is Psychic Siren Tarot and welcome to the channel. In today's reading we're going to be taking a look at how does he see you for the person on your mind. So take a look at all three piles and keep your person in mind while you are choosing a pile. So for pile number 1 we have the crystal malachite. For pile number 2 we have fire agate. And for pile 3 we have red jasper. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to, whichever one stands out the most to you. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this malachite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how does he see you for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So you did choose an oracle card. We will take a look at your oracle cards towards the middle of your reading. And for now, we're just going to take a look at the tarot and see what comes up for you. So if you've enjoyed tarot content and you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button. It does help my channel more than you know. Also, I do have a limited amount of space for personal readings available, so if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So spirit guides of pile number 1, spirit guides of pile number 1s. How does he see pile number 1? So we have the Tower card coming up first. We have Justice. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Emperor. At the back of the deck, we do have the Nine of Wands. So this person, he sees you as very sexy, very attractive with the Ace of Wands here. That is definitely something coming up quite strongly. And I do think he also sees you as somebody with a really good heart with the Ace of Cups. And there's something here about that coming up quite strongly too, because we also have the malachite crystal here, which is a crystal of the heart chakra. So it's like this person views you and sees you as somebody that leads through life through your heart and from your heart. You know, you make decisions from your heart. And when you are interacting with others, you just want the best for them. And you are very caring towards others. I feel like this person, he sees you as that type of person that wants to have a sense of closeness to the people around you, and you're very careful of what you say to the people around you and how your words may influence them, because maybe you've experienced pain and hurt before with the Tower, and you didn't expect it. It's like your world came crashing down, but you're very careful about what you say to people because you know how much it can hurt. And there's just something about you being a truth seeker, a truth teller, and you being able to sort of tell when people are lying or not telling the truth. It's like you can spot it from a mile away. Somehow you bring the truth out to everybody when they weren't even looking for it in the first place or suspicious in the first place of people. So let's say, for example, you are in a social setting in a new friendship group and someone's vibe just doesn't sit right with you in that friendship group, but everybody likes that friend. But then somehow you can tell something's off with this person, and maybe this person isn't even loyal to their own friends. And then somehow it just gets revealed to you, even though you're not looking for that information. So this is how this person sees you. If I just had to explain it like that in an example, somehow the truth always comes out to you, and it's almost like you bring light and truth to the world of who everyone is. I don't know what that means, but I'm seeing it. I think it could mean something different for all of you, but that's what I'm seeing. This is how he sees you. So you value the truth and you speak your own truth. And when people are being dishonest, it is made aware of by you. There is also something about you being quite gifted in some way, very intuitive. This person, he also sees you as very strong because you've been through a lot, yet you still stay strong. I mean, you've been through a lot of challenges in your life with the Nine of Wands at the back of the deck and the Tower, but you've been able to heal from it and work through that. That's definitely what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing this person, he thinks you're very emotionally available and aware of how your emotions affect you and how certain life circumstances have affected you where you're able to heal from that and move forward from that and not let it stay stuck within you, that emotion, if that makes sense. So what I'm basically trying to say here is he sees you as somebody that takes your pain and turns it into healing and doesn't let it keep you stuck for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here intuitively. I do feel like he feels he was meant to meet you. He feels you have a purpose for your connection in some way, like you were meant to meet each other and teach each other certain things. How it's not a coincidence that this person's in your life. That is what he currently thinks right now. He also thinks you're very trustworthy, so he sees you as a trustworthy person. He sees you as a person with a very vibrant, exciting energy too. Very funny. Yeah, exciting and fun to be around. You could also be seen as creative by this person for some of you, not all. You have some kind of talent or gift that you're meant to be using. And somehow you just bring new beginnings to people's lives. Whenever you enter people's lives, it's like new, beautiful beginnings start to enter their lives. So I think this person really views you as a blessing. He also sees you as somebody that stands up for those that need help, like the underdog. He sees you as that type of person that is very fair. Even in situations where you could be unfair, you choose not to. So, for instance, let's say you do have a conflict with a person and you could choose to be petty and be unfair to that person. You instead choose not to. So, this person sees you as somebody that sticks to your values and morals, regardless of the external circumstances that may test you. And what I'm also seeing here is you're very honest, sometimes blunt, but it comes from a place of love. So this is how he sees you. It's like you'd rather be honest with the people you love than lie to them. And it comes from a place of kindness and just wanting the best for the people you love. So if somebody you love goes down the wrong path and you think it's going to hurt them later on, you'd rather tell them the truth now, even if it hurts, rather than letting them just do that to their own life. Do you get what I mean? And if they still choose to do that, of course, you're not going to control them, but I hope you get what I mean. Like you're looking out for your friends. So this is how he sees you. I'm also seeing some of you are my generational cycle breakers because I just sensed your ancestors coming through. And what they showed me was almost like how the trauma gets passed down from generations to generations and how we keep passing it down, but instead you choose to pass down love and healing. So, what they're showing me as an example is say one family and generation, the person that started. Let's just say grandma, grandfather gave their child poison, and that child grew up to be an adult and gave their child poison. And that child grew up to be an adult and gave their child poison. And then somebody gave you poison, but instead of giving other people poison or your own children poison, you instead choose to give them love and healing. So spirit is just showing me that as a metaphor to represent breaking family generational cycles within your ancestral lineage and no longer passing down these same cycles that have been passed down to us, and not just onto children but onto others around us. So it's like you choose to heal yourself instead and pass down love and healing to everyone around you with your love, rather than put that poison onto others that was maybe put onto you. So I don't know. I guess I'm just seeing that this person, he sees you've been hurt a few times in your life. You've gone through pain, but you haven't let it stop you. You're very strong, and you're going to continue to rise above that. And you have a very good heart, like I said previously. Let's get some more tarot cards, and then after that we'll look at your oracle cards. Anything else? So we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, this is Chiron, the wounded healer, and this is exactly what I was speaking about. Like, you've taken your wounds in your heart and you've gone and healed them instead of wounding other people with your wounded heart. We have Two of Cups. And we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So yeah, I think it's basically telling me the same story I've told. The lions here do represent strength, which is an amazing confirmation. The Five of Cups is about disappointment, sadness, grief, and the Eight of Swords is about feeling stuck. And I think this was once your reality, but you have changed and transformed this with the butterflies here and work through it. And maybe you are still working through it, but you're choosing to be love instead. It's like, do you know what I'm seeing clairvoyantly? You could have had a life in the 70s or the 80s. If you resonate with this is maybe not for everybody, but I'm actually seeing somebody here that had a past life in the 70s or the 80s, and you were kind of like one of those people that wanted love, not war. So this is how this person sees you, as like this peacemaker. This person that wants peace, love, not war. Maybe you're somebody that doesn't really like conflict. I don't know. That's just the energy I'm picking up on. And I was seeing that clairvoyantly, like someone with one of those signs, in like 70s style clothing. So it's actually quite interesting. I don't want to yap on for too long, but it's just really cool to see. But I feel like with the butterflies here, yes, you have transformed, and this is how this he's currently seeing you as this lover at heart, as this person that has transformed your wounds, your pain into a healing, into your power, you know? Like I said, he does see you as very powerful, because I'm also clairvoyantly seeing a dragon. And it's like you're that type of person that includes everyone. You're very humble, down to earth. This is how he sees you. And he also sees you as somebody that is also very ambitious, that can achieve a lot in your lifetime, that has a lot of potential, and also you've grown a lot. He sees you as somebody that is constantly growing and transforming and evolving and becoming a better version of yourself. So now let's take a look at the oracle card that you chose along with the other oracle cards that come out when we shuffle. So your card is Flower, Agate, Throat Chakra, and Expression, which is quite interesting because you also got the Justice card. Okay, maybe you're somebody that's very talkative. Maybe you love to just chit chat with your friends. Like, Maybe you're just a very talkative person and you love to express yourself. Self expression is something that is very important to you in this lifetime. Maybe some of you are Geminis, Libras, or air signs in general. But you don't have to be. But there's just something about you being very talkative and you expressing your truth, or at least trying to express more of your authentic self to the world through different means of self expression. So, whether it be fashion, whether it be you just speaking to people and being yourself, it can be anything, but there's something about that showing up here. And I think it could be different for all of you, but this is how he is seeing you currently. There's also something about you. I don't feel like you're the most talkative person as I'm in your energy, or at least this is just for some. Maybe some of you relate to being a little bit shy around people you don't know, but then when you're around your closest friends or your lover or the people you love the most, like you're very talkative and you can just talk to hours at end with them. Why am I messing up my words? I hope you get what I mean. We have Opal, North Node, and Expansion. And we have Regular Star, Smoky Amazonite, Abundance in the reverse. So what I'm basically seeing here with North Node, it's like you're becoming the destined version of yourself along with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like this person, he views you and sees you as somebody that has potential to achieve greatness. Not just within your career and finances, but just in general, you can become greatness. You can grow into greatness. He sees your potential and he sees you growing towards that more and more each day. You know what Spirit is showing me? So let's say someone is a gardener and they plant a plant and they see this person, well, they see this plant's potential to grow to higher heights. And each day they water this plant and they see it grow more and more and more. And this gardener gets so excited every time he sees it grow more. So, of course, you're not a plant, but I think that's just metaphoric for you as a person growing and him almost seeing the person you're growing into and being very proud of you, whoever I'm picking up on. And he's just seeing you expand. And I think there's just a lot of proudness he has towards you for the person you're becoming because you're not staying stuck and stagnant in one place. And like I said, he sees your potential and he sees you becoming that more and more each day. With abundance being in the reverse, maybe you don't yet have all those successes you desire or you want, but you are expanding towards that. Maybe you are working towards that currently. Or maybe abundance in the reverse could represent for some of you, you being somebody like very down to earth and non materialistic. You more so care about the soul and the experience here on earth and love rather than just the sort of earthly temptations. But for others of you, if you do want abundance, there's nothing wrong with that because we do live on an earthly existence and everybody's path and opinions are different, and that's okay. But I just feel like some of you relate to being that type of person that doesn't really care too much about money. And then I just feel like others of you maybe aren't there yet, but you want to get there. And this person, he does see your potential to get there. And maybe that is why the card is in reverse. So this is what I have for you, pile number ones. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this fire agate crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how he sees you right now for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So let's go ahead and shuffle your tarot cards. I know you picked an oracle card. We'll check that out towards the middle of the reading. So let's see what tarot cards you get first. So if you enjoy tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button. It does help my channel more than you know. Also, if you do want to book a personal reading with me, I do have a limited amount of space still for this month. So you can find my email address in the description box below. So Spirit Guides of pile number 2s. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. Spirit Guides of my pile number 2s. How he sees pile number 2. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. How he sees my pile number 2s, please. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I just got goosebumps as I pulled this card. I don't know why. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, and then at the back of the deck, we do have the Star. Okay, so the first thing I am clairvoyantly seeing is the planet Saturn. I don't know why, but as I look at this Wheel of Fortune card, it's like I'm clairvoyantly seeing Saturn around her head. I don't know how to explain it, like right here. Weird, but sometimes I clairvoyantly see things in the cards that are not physically there as visions when I'm not closing my eyes. But anyways, what I'm basically seeing with that is maybe a lot of you have had hard lives, hard upbringings. Maybe you've just gone through a lot of challenges and restrictions within your life. Because that's what the planet Saturn represents. You're very strong and headstrong at the same time. You have a very strong personality. And there's also something about you being very wise, wiser for your age, wiser than most people your age due to your life experiences. It's taught you a lot of wisdom and how to stand on your own 2 feet. You're very independent, almost sometimes a little bit too independent, but I think he sees you as somebody that has had to rely on yourself so much that maybe you felt like you couldn't rely on the people around you, or you just felt like you had to rely on yourself to survive. And so maybe that's become the new normal for you, but I'm seeing clairvoyantly this person almost say, let me in, let me in. So I do think this person does genuinely want to give to you and does want you to let them in. Doesn't want you to feel alone in this lifetime. I'm sorry, I don't mean to trigger you guys. I don't mean to make this an emotional reading, but it's like this person wants you to know that you can let them in, that you can be open with them, that you can be vulnerable with them, that if you ever need help with anything at all, this person wants to be there by your side and help you. If you ever need anything from them, they are there to fulfill those needs. All you have to do is ask. So this is how he is currently viewing you right now. Like, he wants to give to you. He wants to be there for you. He wants to love you. He wants to be like both of you together, and you don't have to feel alone through life. He wants you to know that you have a support. And I don't know why that message is coming through, but it is. So I'm just going to honor it. But maybe it's needed right now. I feel like with the 5 of Pentacles, maybe some of you, how's he seeing you is like maybe some of you didn't grow up with money or didn't grow up with everything you maybe needed physically, financially, emotionally. And it's like he wants to give you what you need. He wants to show you that you're never lacking anything with him. I don't know why, but it's coming through. Another thing I see is you have like a warrior spirit, very strong. I'm being taken back to, I don't know why past lives are coming through. It also came through in past pile 1. That's it's not what I asked for from spirit, but it's coming through. I'm seeing like a tribe. I don't know how to describe it or what tribe it is, but I'm seeing like blue paint across the face. So perhaps I'm seeing into your past lives clairvoyantly. I don't know how else to describe it, but it feels back in the day, like not recent at all. Anyhow, how he sees you. I'm getting boss babe energy from this pile. Like a lot of you could be very ambitious and be that type of person that has lots of goals for yourself, and maybe you're that type of person that hasn't had everything in your life, but when you are lacking something, it motivates you to get what you want and desire even more. You are like this unstoppable force. When you want something, you're going to get it. I'm hearing that word like unstoppable force. So this is how he sees you. And now I'm hearing that song by Ariana Grande, I Want It, I Got It. So it's like whenever you want something, you make sure you are going to get it for yourself. Again, that headstrong, independent energy is coming through, and he loves this about you. You're also someone with very strong opinions on certain matters and subjects that won't be changed. So that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I relate to that honestly, but that's just what Spirit's showing me. And when you have your own opinions and kind of views on situations and things that are maybe important to you, nobody's gonna try or nobody can sort of make you change your perspective on that. So if you have that perspective on that thing, it is because maybe you've experienced that or you've seen it yourself or you understand it. And sometimes people have different perspectives, not your person, but just other people in general, and maybe don't see it in your perspective. And then it's like they try to get you to see their perspective, but they aren't seeing your perspective, if that makes sense. And sometimes we all just have different perspectives and opinions and ways of seeing things, and it's different, and that's okay. But it's like you don't change your opinions just because somebody else tells you it's invalid. Do you get what I mean? So again, that headstrong energy is coming up quite strongly within this pile. Also, in clairvoyantly seeing a dolphin, to me, dolphins represent a very playful, lighthearted energy, because whenever I think of dolphins, I think of them just being so playful and cute. So maybe this person sees you as playful, cute. I feel like you and this person have inside jokes together, and he sees you as his best friend. But there's also a lot of love here. The Empress also wanted to come out. So there's something about him seeing you as very physically beautiful, but also beautiful on the inside. Like your heart is beautiful, right? And there's something about him seeing you as this type of person that's meant to succeed in this lifetime, that's meant to have abundance in this lifetime. Because of this go-getter energy, this ambitious boss babe energy you have. And if you're a man watching, of course, boss man energy. I'm seeing this energy here as well where with a dolphin, like you're also very wise. Like I said previously, dolphins to me represent wisdom and intelligence, because they are very smart animals. So this person sees you as very intelligent. This person also sees you to have this fire within you that is an eternal flame that won't be put out. So, like I said previously, if you really want something, no matter what anyone else's opinion is, it's not going to stop you from getting that thing you want. Even if somebody else tries to put out that flame or that fire of inspiration within you, that just motivates you to go even harder. And I think he finds that quite sexy if this is a romantic connection you're asking about. If not, just discard that message. But maybe he just finds that, maybe he admires that if it's not a romantic connection. But I am feeling a sense of sexiness with this pile if this is a romantic connection. But either way, you could just be sexy even if it's not a romantic connection. What I'm also seeing here is this type of energy of like, if you are dating this person, what's mine is mine. Not possessive or jealous, but just like, what's mine is mine. Honestly, I relate to your energy so much. I feel like I'm a part of this pile. I'm also very drawn to the fruit here, and maybe I'm getting the message for some of you, you're foodies, you love food. Maybe food is a love language for some of you here, where you love to eat with this person, go out and eat with this person, something like that. This person sees you as someone very inspirational, I hear. Like the way you've just gone after things even though you didn't have much starting, and where you are right now, you've come very far in your life. So this person sees you as very inspirational. He also sees you as somebody that has a beautiful laugh, a contagious laugh, I'm hearing. Because I'm just seeing a vision of somebody laughing, and somehow their laugh makes me laugh, if that makes sense. Some of you embody that artist archetype, or for some of you, it's like he literally sees you as a work of art. Um, this kind of wow factor to you. You will walk somewhere and people will stop and stare at you. Even with a star at the back of the deck, it's like you have a wow it factor to you. Whether you see it in yourself or not, you're just very physically attractive, but it's not just that. It's just like everything you do is wow, and you just shine at whatever you do. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like you're even leaving me speechless with your energy. Also, this person, he thinks you have very beautiful eyes, and I'm also seeing a strong sacral energy, like a strong sensual fantasy, like beautiful fantasy type of energy if this is romantic. And I'm seeing somebody that's very outgoing, very much like fun to be around, the life of the party. But then at the same time, sometimes you could be appear a little bit stoic or reserved, or a little bit more to yourself. But I think it just depends, maybe on your mood, on the day, on the people you're around. Yeah, so you do have a little bit of that polarity here. Because to me, the hermit represents somebody that also likes their alone time and sometimes is a little bit to themselves. But then the Ten of Pentacles here makes me think of somebody that loves to spend time with their family, with their close friends, with their loved ones, the people closest to you, and then you let out that more extroverted side of you with them. I don't know how to explain this, but I'm seeing in a vision somebody be very outgoing and like charismatic to strangers and things like that, but you don't always want to be so like open with strangers all the time, if that makes sense. So again, there is a sense of polarity with you. Um, I feel like you're very unpredictable in the best possible way. Like, when I say unpredictable, I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that in the best possible way, because someone will expect you to do something and you do the exact opposite. That's what I'm just hearing from spirit as well. I'm also seeing a mirror clairvoyantly. This person, he sees you as somebody that has self-reflected, has found yourself, has found self-love with the Empress. You've gone within to find yourself. That's what I'm getting from the mirror, along with the Hermit, the Empress, because the Hermit goes within, goes inwards to find themselves, to self-reflect, discover themselves, and maybe also heal. So with you, I'm also feeling that self-reflection energy with the mirror, but I also do sense that maybe you are that type of person that mirrors to others what is internally within them. So maybe you have related to being someone where either people fully love you or they fully dislike you, and there's no in between, and you've never understood why. But it's like this person, he sees that you sort of mirror to people the qualities they have within. And I think you know how to match people's energy and vibration. So when they're coming at you with nastiness, you're mirroring back to them the energy they're throwing at you, if that makes sense. And then they see themselves and then they get angry at that because internally there's a lot of self hatred there. But when somebody comes towards you with a good energy, you amplify that good energy and mirror back to them, and then they sort of like fall in love with that. I'm not saying this person, but just people in general. So I don't know why it's coming through in a very spiritual way, but maybe this is just how spirit is describing it to me. Maybe this person doesn't see it this way exactly, but it's like you amplify what is given to you. So if someone's coming to you with nastiness, like you're gonna send that back to them, you know what I mean? You're gonna match that energy, but then I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing here. But if someone comes to you with good energies and vibrations and kindness, like you give that back. So we have the World. We have the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, you definitely have a lot of self-love. You will cut off anybody that doesn't respect you. And the Six of Wands, as well as the Emperor. Maybe some of you like to get glammed up. You could be seen as very glamorous in some way to this person. Very much like that type of go with the flow, peaceful person. And the Six of Wands here can represent you moving towards success in life, creating a legacy of your own and achieving something. See, the thing is, I think you've worked on yourself a lot. You've gone within, you know yourself. And I think that there has come a point in time where you do still maybe match people's energy, but maybe some of you have learned that some people don't deserve a reaction from you and it's better to just cut them out or ignore them. So I am also seeing that for some of you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the oracle card you chose as well as the other oracle cards that come out for you. So your card is Pink Amethyst, Soul Star Chakra, and Divine Love. And Spirit is taking me back to the Saturn energy I mentioned in the beginning of the reading, referencing Capricorn and Aquarius for some of you. So maybe some of you have strong Capricorn, Aquarius placements within your birth chart, or maybe others of you have strong Saturn energy within your birth chart. I'm not sure what that would represent, but for me, as an example, I have Saturn in my first house. That's like a very prominent placement. So yeah, I don't know. But I'm also seeing strong Libra and Taurus placements, Venusian placements, and fixed signs, which is Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. And then I'm also seeing strong Virgo placements. So spirit guides of pile number 2's, how he sees them, of Ammonite Palace and Trust. And as I pulled this card, I just saw your spirit guide right in front of me. So quite cool. And we have Malachite, Uranus, and Eudaimonia. Interesting that you got the card with Malachite. That was pile 1's crystal if you were drawn. If not, that's okay. So, how he's viewing you, how he's seeing you as someone with so much love in your heart. I mean, we have the heart chakra at the back of the deck, and this card represents good intentions, a beautiful heart. We have soul star chakra with divine love, and we have malachite, which is a crystal of the heart chakra. So, there's just something about you being so in touch with your heart. So in touch with your own internal wisdom, even with the pearl here. It's like you're an old soul. That's what I see with this fossilized shell. And you just give the best, healthiest kind of love with eudaimonia. I feel this person feeling on top of the world with you, feeling like so loved by you, but just in the healthiest way where they feel happy. And there's just something about you loving people on a soul level. Maybe you're a very spiritual person, but it's like you love people for their soul, not necessarily for superficial reasons. Some of you could also have prominent Cancer placements within your chart. I just see you being very protective over those you love, very nurturing. He sees you as somebody that deserves princess, queen, king, royal treatment in some way because you give that out to others. He also sees you as somebody that is maybe taking care of your mental health, physical health, emotional health. And you're also somebody that is very innovative. You're here to create new things. You're here to show something new to the world that has never been seen before. And there's something about you having very great ideas too that are revolutionary, I'm hearing. So, this is how he sees you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this Red Jasper crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how he sees you at the moment for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to start out with your tarot cards before we move on to the oracle card that you chose. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards and see what comes out. So if you enjoy pick a card readings and you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button. It does help my channel more than you know. Also, I do have a limited amount of space for personal readings available this month. So if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So for some reason, I'm seeing a music video for you. I'm just gonna try get the exact name of it. But let's get out your cards first. I'm just seeing it clairvoyantly. If I look a little bit distracted, I'm trying to think what song it is. So spirit guides of pile number threes. Spirit guides of pile number threes. How he sees them right now at the moment. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. Nine of Wands. Five of Swords. Okay, I see why I'm seeing that music video. It makes sense. Six of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm going to say as a disclaimer when I start this reading, before I tell you about everything I see, there may be some messages you don't want to hear in this pile, so I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. It might be a little bit of a I wouldn't say triggering reading, but okay, proceed with caution. Let me just warn you ahead of time. So, before I tell you what I'm seeing here, let me just explain the overall energy I'm seeing. And if you don't resonate with it, then I would suggest picking another pile because I see a very specific scenario here. So I see a very specific scenario in which maybe this person has cheated or betrayed you in some way. Because I'm seeing the music video from Shakira when she's kind of fighting with that other girl. Let me just get the exact name of it. So it's a 2000s music video, if I'm not mistaken. And it's she's kind of fighting with the girl in the song. The song's called Objection Tango, and basically it follows the storyline where he kind of goes towards the other girl and not her, and she says something along the lines of, I don't want to beg for your attention, I'm not your mother, and he kind of just goes towards the other woman in that music video. So what I'm basically picking up on here is it's like this person knows he cheated you, he betrayed you in some way, If you don't resonate with this, you'll know if this is your pile, because I feel like with the Six of Cups here, this is maybe somebody in your past you're no longer maybe even in contact with. So if you have an ex that maybe cheated on you, I am picking up on that. If not, then pick another pile, please, because I'm not here to scare you. This is a general reading with so many of you watching, so not all the messages will be accurate if you don't resonate, but I am seeing that. So what I'm basically taking from that music video is he sees you as somebody that won't take his BS. Um, he knows that he cheated you, that he disrespected you, that he lied to you, made you feel almost like you were the one that was crazy or obsessed with him. I'm hearing. I'm just hearing that. So he made you feel like you were the one that was jealous and possessive, but actually he was the one doing things behind your back. And I'm going to try to not get angry during this reading, but this person's energy is making me mad, making your spirit guides mad, because I think this person is so delusional and very egotistical. And that's why I say this reading might be a little bit triggering to hear. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it is certainly angering me because this person, I don't know, they have a little bit of a narcissism to them in their energy. Of course, I'm not a medical professional, I can't diagnose anybody, but I know what the energy feels like. I've been around narcissists before, so I know what the energy feels like. This person thinks they're the shit. Sorry for my language in advance, but that's literally what I'm feeling in the energy. He has such a big head, such a big ego, where it's like, if you're jealous, he's taking that as he's doing something right. I don't know how to explain it. You know, when you're jealous or upset that he's maybe speaking to other women or other people, it's like he puts it back on you, labels you crazy, labels you clingy, labels you. That's why I said you might not want to hear this message, and it's not true. You're not that at all, but he's sort of putting that label onto you. So don't shoot the messenger, please, but I'm just telling you what I see here. I'm being honest with you. It's because he has such this big ego and big head that it's just like he's trying to put it on you, put the blame on you, and not take responsibility himself, if you get what I mean. So he might be that type of guy that, you know, labels all his ex-girlfriends crazy when he was the one maybe even making them angry and jealous, you know what I mean? Because he was the one giving them a reason to not trust him. And it's sort of like he has this way of putting it back on you by making you the one that seems, I don't know. I hope you get what I mean. This is not coming from a negative place for me, but I'm just saying what I see here. So it's like there's something about him seeing you as someone that had a jealousy towards the other people he was entertaining. And it's like he doesn't even take responsibility or put the blame on himself. It's like he's more so putting the blame on you and saying you were the one that was like too clingy, too obsessive, too jealous. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And none of this is true, by the way. Like I said previously, none of this is true, but he's sort of painting you in that picture to make himself feel better subconsciously so that he doesn't have to take accountability for his own actions here. I think that he almost saw you in this light of like you were trying to cause fights with him all the time. But in reality, what Spirit is showing me is actually what happened is maybe you were trying to feel safe. Maybe you were trying to feel loved in that connection. Maybe you were trying to feel like this person was going to be loyal to you. And maybe you were just trying to sort of cry out to them that, like, I deserve better. Like, I want you to treat me better. I don't want to leave. I want you to treat me better. but it's like this person never went and changed. This person's energy, like, I don't even like being in this, so if I cut this reading short, I'm sorry, but it's just angering me how this person is seeing you when it's not even true, and maybe even speaking about you this way. I think that you were just not willing to accept their disrespect anymore, and at some point, there was so much conflict in this connection, Five of Wands, so much conflict, so many challenges, and you were just trying to feel heard and seen. You were just trying to show this person, this is not okay. Like, if I'm going to be your partner, you can't treat me like this. And they took that as you're the one that's wrong. They took that as an attack on them. You know what I mean? When you were just trying to be open with how you felt. And I think this person caused you a lot of anxiety about, being cheated on or people being loyal to you, where maybe you still to this day struggle with trust issues, with trusting people because this person just wounded you. So how he's currently viewing you is in this light where it's like he views you as the person that picked fights with him, that attacked his character, that was never happy with what he was doing. So what I'm basically seeing from Spirit is deep down he knows he was the one that was wrong. He was the one that did you dirty and wronged you. But in order to make himself feel better, he tells himself all these lies about you, like you were the one sort of attacking his character and always picking fights and being like this, but he was the one causing those problems in the first place. There wouldn't be any fight if he wasn't causing those problems in the first place. I think he's still seeing you in the past light he once maybe saw you when you were in a connection. I don't think his perception of you has changed at all. I don't think he's grown at all. The Knight of Pentacles shows consistency, and the Six of Cups is right next to that. So the person you once knew him as, he's still that person today. And he's least likely to change, which is a good thing why you got out of the situation, because I still see him being the same person he is today. And if the people around him open their eyes, they'd see that he's sort of painting and labeling every person he's been with in the same pool. And how is it that everybody around him is wrong but him, when he was the one causing these problems in the first place? So he has a little bit of this victim complex where he makes himself the victim when he was actually the villain. And again, he's very least likely to change, and his opinion of you hasn't changed. But he still views you in the way he viewed you in the past when you were still together in this connection. Even though you've probably changed and grown, and I understand the position you were in because I've been through this myself. So when Spirit showed me this, I was just very shocked. It felt like deja vu for me. And some people bring out that side of you where it's like they bring that negative reaction out of you and then they blame you as the villain when they were the one sort of bringing that reaction out of you, making you angry. Do you get what I mean? Hurting you and then blaming you for it. Do you know what I'm seeing clairvoyantly? Let's say you have a wound or a scab. They're picking open the scab and it's quite gross the way I'm seeing it. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to explain it, but it's kind of gross the way I'm seeing it. Like, this person's kind of picking the scab and opening it more, and then you're like, ow! And then this person's like, why are you being so reactive? Like, I didn't do anything to you. Why are you, that type of energy, but they were the one picking at your scab, your wound, making it hurt even more, and then being like, why are you reacting? I didn't even do anything. Like, that's how this person's energy is. So when I say the way they view you, don't take it personal, because this is just the type of person they are. He's viewing you from this perspective because this is the type of person he is. So what we must remember is people will always view us from their own perspectives, and if they are more of a negative person, more of a pessimistic person, they can maybe even view us in a more negative, pessimistic light. If they are more narcissistic and egotistical in nature, they're probably gonna view us in a negative light. You get what I mean? Because of the type of person they are. So again, don't take it personal. Let's see what else comes up here. So I don't know. This person believes that they've caused you a great deal of anxiety to do with love and trusting men in general. He views you as somebody that is very forgiving. And I think he took advantage of your kind-hearted nature and your forgiving nature. I think now you have changed a lot, but he's not viewing you in this way. Like, you've changed a lot where you have started to get stronger boundaries, started to tolerate less disrespect from people. Um, so that's just what I'm seeing intuitively about you. Like, you have grown and changed, but he still views you in the same light he saw you before. Again, I hope I'm not too repetitive with giving these messages, but it's like, this is what Spirit keeps showing me over and over again. So, if Spirit repeats certain messages, maybe there is importance within that. So, Spirit Guides of Pile number 3. Spirit Guides of Pile number 3. How does he see Pile number 3? We have the Tower. It's kind of like, I don't know how else to say this, but this person believes that they hurt you so bad. Like, but I don't see remorse or guilt, which is what really baffles my mind. What is that word? I don't know the actual word for it, but there's a word when people, is it sadistic? When people get happy from other people's pain. I'm seeing that clairvoyantly. And I don't feel any guilt or remorse or regret from this person. Almost like I was powerful enough to hurt this person, to make them not trust again. That's why I say this person's energy feels dark. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't take it personal, which is why even when I saw these messages, I was like, please no, I don't want to read this, because I feel bad giving these messages because I know it's not coming from me, but this energy just feels dark. I think I'm going to end the reading here. The Fire Element and Initiation Aragonite. So this represents you going into a new start, a new energy. And I think as a last message to focus on, not necessarily his perspective of you, but Spirit's perspective of you. None of this is true. This person is just a bad person in general. They're very dark. You have a bright light within you, and nothing can destroy that. What I am seeing is you are someone very powerful, pile number 3. And this isn't going to destroy you. This person thinks they're so powerful enough to destroy you, but they're not. You will always get back up again and again and again, no matter what you've been through. You're very strong. That's what I see with the fire element. You know when you put water out on a fire? Maybe it will struggle to get relit again, but it will still be relit. It can still be relit. So that's just something about you being like that, where you will always start over again and find your inner peace again and find that sort of drive to keep going again. There's something about you never losing hope, even when times get tough. And that hope is your beacon of light that allows you to see what is worth living for, what makes you truly happy. You know what I mean? So I think the last message from Spirit is to not pay attention to how this person sees you, because this is, excuse my language, this is a shit person anyway. Why do you care about how they see you? Do you get what I mean? This person's energy is just very dark. I can't even read their energy. It doesn't sit right with me. So don't care about what this person thinks of you. Care about what you think of you. That is the message here from Spirit. How strong you are. Okay, so this is what I have for you, pile three. Um, yeah, I wish you all the healing and all the best, and I do hope that you are able to find people in your life that are genuine and loyal and trustworthy because you definitely deserve way better than this. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.